This video couldn't happen without those you supporting me on Patreon, including the big patrons of this month, the Nerd Therapist and Xavius. Hey, Pokemon Masters, Birdkeeper Toby here, and recently I was looking back through the channel, and I saw that this is now my most disliked video of all time. It's not even my most well-viewed, so for that to be my most disliked is really something. It goes to show that I was wrong. I shouldn't have brought my opinions onto the internet. Oh, I can't do it without smiling. I shouldn't have dared to bring my opinions onto the internet. It's not okay. It was wrong. And I promise you, I will never do it again. And I will never be so harsh about your favorite Pokemon. Oh, hang on. I think Hoodlum Scrafty tagged me in a video where I have to rank my favorite starter Pokemon. Yeah, my favorite starter Pokemon. That's boring. Let's ruin some days. That's right, Hoodlum Callum did a tag. His link, of course, is in the description. I'm going to recommend that you check out his video. And I feel like I need a new most disliked video. So, it is time for me to get opinionated. Scary word, my opinions. I'm sure you'll let me know yours in the comments because you're all so lovely sometimes. I'm joking. Mostly you are the ones who, you specifically are lovely. It's everyone else. They're the problem. Right, anyway, I'm going to go through some of my favorite and least favorite starter Pokemon. I'm going to be judging the entire starter evolutionary line. I'm going to talk about every single Pokemon. I've got my notes. And just so I don't sound too critical, I guess, I'm going to put the Pokemon into 3 tiers. There's the okay tier, okay? There's the great tier. And then there's the trash tier. And that's where your favorite Pokemon is probably going to go. I'm just going to give you what I'm thinking. I'm just going to give you what I'm feeling. Let's do this. I think we're going to start with the okay tier, the mid tier, and then you can kind of try and think, wait, has he put my favorite Pokemon in the trash tier? Like, we'll do the trash tier last. In the mid tier, we have Charmander and Squirtle from Generation 1. Hey, Blastoise was like my first starter Pokemon other than Pikachu. It was the first Generation 1 starter I chose all the way back in Fire Red and Leaf Green, and actually a copy of Pokemon Green that I got hold of. I think I played Pokemon Green before playing Red and Blue. Anyway, Squirtle, absolute boss. Charmander, obviously, how can you not love Charizard? These Pokemon are constantly in rotation, and with the other starter Pokemon from Generation 1, I can never quite decide which one's the best. However, they're a bit generic to me right now. I'm sure my opinions will change over time, as they always do. They are solidly in that mid-tier zone. Moving on to Gen 2, there's just one Pokemon, Chikorita. Chikorita is adorable. Its personality in the anime is amazing. I'm actually kind of sad that it never evolved all the way into Meganium, but I also never quite choose Chikorita in a Johto run through, so just Chikorita here for now. For Hoenn, it's Trico, another grass starter, one of Ash's. Trico's a little cool boy. I do like him, but I don't love Sceptile's design. Not that it's bad or anything, I just don't love it. I'm not super excited when I see it. So again, all of these pretty neutral opinions. Grovyle is probably the coolest mid-stage of Hoenn, though, or possibly any generation, actually, maybe? Gen 5 is Oshawott and Tepig, and Oshawott really downgrades the whole line for Oshawott. Duat and Samurott are awesome, they are top-tier Pokemon, but Oshawott kind of brings the line down for me. Tepig's pretty neutral. Tepig was my first starter for Pokemon Black, and because I didn't love any of the other starters, it was again my starter for Black too. Gen 6 is Froakie, and I know at this point I'm just in, Charmander, Froakie, Trico, all of the Ash big boys. Sorry, Ash Ketchum. Froakie's cool. Greninja is cool. Frogadier is cool. They are all just fine, but I actually realize, I think on closer inspection, I don't love these Pokemon. I do love the Protean ability though. That is awesome. Full props to it, but I don't love them either. Moving on to Gen 6, we've got Popplio and Litten joining. Yeah, I mean, this whole generation had good starters. It was genuinely hard to pick, but for me, I do like Incineroar quite a lot. I don't love Primarina. I think Primarina probably pulls the Popplio line down from being like god tier. And, I don't love Litten. I do like it by the time it's Incineroar, though. I think Incineroar is very cool, and Smash Bros has made me love it a lot more as well. And of course, the whole thing that started this tag off in the first place, the new starters, I am going to put Sobble here. I'm intrigued. Obviously I can't judge it as well as the others. I'm intrigued to see where it goes. Moving on now to the great tier, we're going to move on to this is the big boys. These are the guys that I love. And so by process of elimination, you might be able to work out who I'm going to be poo-pooing on. Don't like that. Who I'm going to be farting on? Yeah. Which Pokemon I'll be farting on later. So, top tier, Generation 1. Prepare to disagree with me immensely. Bulbasaur. Hot topic. Topic opinion, hot opinion, wait a hot minute. Bulbasaur is the best Gen 1 starter. I'm sorry, little frog dino boy. Look at his little face. And before you argue with me, okay, I am so back and forth about this. I have talked to fans of the franchise. I have looked at development notes of the franchise. I've spoken to evolutionary biologists, people who actually work as paleontologists. I am the most researched I think I could possibly be on this topic. Bulbasaur officially is a... Moving on to Gen 2, we've got Totodile and Cyndaquil, both god tier Pokemon. I mean, how can you not, like, Johto as a region is booming great. I'm kind of sad, because back in the Pixel days, Typhlosion and Feraligatr looked really cool, and now in the 3D model days, I don't know if you've seen them lately. Typhlosion without its fire just looks kind of sad and chunky. And Feraligatr just, I feel like it's getting arm cramps. It's just always in some position. You know, I don't know. Weird things like that really put me off, but they are still, like, my favorites. Gen 3 is the same deal here. We got Blaziken and Swampert. I mean, they're actually, their 3D models look absolutely fine, although Blaziken, I think, look better as a sprite. Swampert is kind of fine either way. Marshtomp, actually. I really like Marshtomp. I saw someone do this video and say they didn't like Marshtomp, and I was like, how dare they? I need to leave an angry comment. And, yeah, I wasn't super in love. Why do I feel like I'm being really passive-aggressive towards my own audience? You're actually lovely. I promise, it's everyone else. I like that joke. I don't know why I like that joke. I really like Marshtomp. He's one of my favorites. I love the Swampert line. So Swampert and Blaziken are both here. And then when it comes to Sinnoh, they're all god tier. They are all amazing. Prinplup, Torterra, Infernape. If I have to choose one to be a favorite, it's Torterra, but I could not choose a least favorite. The lines are perfect. Sinnoh is the best generation for starters, hands down. Can't say as much for generations 5 or 6. Talk about that in a moment. Gen 7 had Rowlet though. And I mean, Decidueye kind of pulls it down a little bit. I wish that, like, not that Incineroar was the final evolution of Rowlet, but like the quality of Incineroar was Rowlet's final evolution, because Rowlet deserved so much better. Rowlet itself is just such a great Pokemon. I love it. I'm probably a little bit over loving of it at the moment, and maybe once some time has passed, I'll probably bump it down. But Rowlet, I'm a bird keeper after all. Oh yeah, Rowlet, Piplup, and Torchic, they are all on this side of it. And finally, of the current generation, the generation we're going into in Galar, Grookey. Grookey is awesome. I love it. Great boy. I can't wait to see what it evolves into. I hope it's something good. I think Grookey is probably the one I'm going to use, but we'll see. And moving on and upwards. No. Wait, moving downwards, we have the trash tier Pokemon. And again, all of this is just my opinion. There are 4 Pokemon in this category, and if you've been paying attention, you already know what these 4 are. Scorbunny, Chespin, Snivy, and Fennekin. Okay, where to start? First of all, Scorbunny, I haven't seen its final evolutions yet. I cannot judge it fully, so it is my favorite of my least favorite. And as to why it is my least favorite, it's a combination of what I think is a really bland design. I think I've seen other Fire Bunny designs, not just my own. You know, there was that other one that came out like last year that was a fake mon. Fire Bunny, I think those designs are much better. And as for the whole bandage on the nose football aesthetic, I mean, I don't watch a lot of anime. I'm not into football, so whatever that's trying to resonate with people doesn't resonate with me. Sorry, I'm an anime casual. I've only really watched Death Note. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Is it an anime? Isn't it? You can fight about that. So Scorbunny, I'm not gonna put too much heat on. Instead, I'm gonna move straight on to Chespin. Just nothing about it is exciting to me. I look at it and I just think, oh, that's filling up the Pokedex. I don't think it's particularly cute. I don't think it's a particularly strong looking Pokemon. I don't think it's got anything really going for it. Chestnut's design looks kind of, it's just something about the design doesn't resonate with me personally. If you love it, then that is absolutely great. But certainly Aquadillion is just like all levels of weird. It doesn't even really look like a transitional stage between the two. It kind of just looks like this weird football thing. Again, it's a football. There we go. That's my problem, clearly. But I also don't hate it either. In fact, while I love lots of Pokemon, there are very few that I actually hate. But that is where we move on to the final 2, and my decision as to which is the worst starter Pokemon. Is it the Snivy line or the Fennekin line? Now, first of all, out of all 6 of these Pokemon that we're talking about, the Fennekin line and the Snivy line, Superior is a really great design, and Fennekin is a really great design. Both of these Pokemon are cool. I don't even have that much of a problem with Snivy, although Snivy is like trying to be all smug pretending it's Trico. Mate, you're not as cool as Trico. calm down. But, there are certain members of the families that are not so great. Many of you will have already heard my disdain for, Servine, and it is entirely, and I have said it before, and I will say it again, to do with its feet that make no sense. How does it lift itself? It just doesn't look like it could lift itself. It's like this weird archy shape. It's just gonna fall over. It really bothers me. It really bothers me, okay? It's just my personal opinion. I'm allowed to have it. Servine is one of the worst designed Pokemon ever of all time. That is my opinion. It has appeared on every bottom 10 list I think I've ever done. And I even have since the last video, since my most disliked video, I have replayed the Unova games with a Servine. And I still hate it. No, I don't like it. I've done it. Superior's great. Snivy's not terrible. Servine just ruins it for me. On the flip side, we've got the Fennekin line, and I've already said Fennekin is a great Pokemon. When the starters were originally revealed for the Gen 6 games, I was all about Fennekin. I knew that Fennekin was the Pokemon I was going to pick. Then I saw its evolutions. Braxian, and Delphox. I mean, discount Ninetales is discount Ninetales. Fox with psychic powers, like, I don't know why they followed up with that. But also, I don't think they, I don't know, I guess I just wish it's the humanoidness of it. And I don't hate humanoid Pokemon. For me, these Pokemon are too humanoid. They don't really look like what I would consider to be a Pokemon. As to which is my least favorite, I'm not really sure. I think it might just still be Servine. But you'll have to let me know. Are these the typically more hated starter Pokemon? I know a lot of you are going to be very upset about the Scorbunny thing. Let me know, of course, your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, it's all just a bit of fun about a video game that we all love. Also, I tag you to do this video yourself. Check out the link to Callum's video where you can do this far more constructively, or you can do it the way I've done it. I hope you're having a lovely day, and of course, soar high, Pokemon Masters.
This is Ash Ketchum. You just watched a video by Birdkeeper Toby. That makes you a Pokemon Master.